Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be Maru and ShoWTimE for you here today on Amygdala. It's a home story copper replay, which means that's on the most recent patch, top right. It's going to be Maru, bottom left. It's going to be ShoWTimE, the wall. All right, man. So a PvT here for you. This matchup has changed, I think, fairly a lot here. Disruptors no longer one-shot Marauders. That is a big change, man. So I think Disruptors, I don't know, man. Why? Why are they helping Terran beat Protoss, dude? All right, so Sensor Towers cost less and can be salvaged, but the radius is smaller. And yeah, so we will see. We will see if there's a mothership. They've been changed a little bit as well. And yeah, it's a PvT for you today featuring Maru and ShoWTimE. This probe is up to no good, man. Is it going to be a proxy? This is debris. I kind of feel like it's a weird mutated Overmind, but again, it is debris, I guess. Oh, we're just scouting. All right, taking a weird path to scout. Hang on a second. Is that the quickest way to get across the map here? So this is a mineral wall. This is a rock wall. This is debris. Yeah, I guess it is. Fair enough, amygdala. And again, amygdala is a part of your brain that is, I want to say it regulates emotion. I don't know, man. So Maru says, I'm just going to throw down my command center here. You cannot block me at all, because I am Terran. Factory coming up here from Maru. ShoWTimE's going to have his work cut out for him, man. TVP is a hard matchup, and I think the patch did not fix that problem. And it's Maru, which is a hard person to play, no matter what matchup you are facing him as. Unless you're Cyril, I guess. Man, Cyril continues to own Maru, and Clem continues to own Cyril. So, balance whining will not be tolerated, because just play like Clem, right? Hit that like button if you're excited to see a PvT featuring Maru and ShoWTimE. You clicked on this video. You are watching it. You are excited. So a start board here. So it's a 1-1-1 timing with a command center. Not that aggressive. But yeah, so Barracks, Factory, and then the Starport. Twilight Council here. Blink opening here, I'm guessing here from ShoWTimE. It's a gold base, but you have to knock down the rocks here. And this is Zerg bias here. But I feel like Zergs are just... It's hard. It's hard to take down rocks, right? As Zerg in the early game, you've got queens, you have lings, and that's about it. And early game here, we have stalkers. We have marauders, if you choose to make marauders. Okay, so this is a Widowmine drop here. Phoenix Hallucination sees it. Very, very good. So we can take down rocks easily as Protoss and Terran. But no, not as Zerg. And again, Zerg does not need help. So I am not complaining too much about that. Anyway, third Nexus here. Widowmine drop, again being scouted by another hallucinated Phoenix here. Oh, that's right. It's a recharge ability now. So overcharge has been removed and replaced by something, I think it's called energy recharge. I don't know, something very, very creative like that, right? Anyway, I like that we're going forward with this. Like, this has been scouted 8 years out. I'm going for it anyway. Yeah, I mean, 3 stalkers waiting for this one. You're not getting this done at all, man. But yeah, what the recharge ability does is it takes the energy from a Nexus and gives it to a unit that uses energy on the Protoss. So you can recharge the energy on a sentry, get a really fast hallucinated Phoenix across the map, for example. You can use it to recharge the energy on a shield battery. Right? It doesn't overcharge it. It doesn't turn it into an infinite energy, healing faster kind of a thing. But it does give energy to it and help it last longer, which is good. Look at this. Maru just going home. This is the thing about PvT that actually does seem to help Protoss, right? Oh, it actually did lose a Stalker to a Widow Mine, which isn't the greatest thing ever, but, you know, both the Widow Mines are dead, so hey. Could be worse. Third base is coming in here from ShoWTimE. Not going to complain about it too much. Not too much at all. But, yeah, Banshee coming in for our guy. And let me know in the comments if you want me to stream some StarCraft 2 live here on YouTube and out on Twitch. If you want to, we'll get it going. If you don't, you know, you can just be silent about it, and that's fine, I won't. But I'm just saying, if there's any demand, I'll do it. Because, again, I'm unemployed. And so I'm trying to stream a lot. I'm streaming a lot of Brood War. There's a lot of response for that. But the StarCraft 2 scene seems a little bit quieter for Falcon Paladin fans, which is fine. Totally fine. They're not going to be even anyway. Marine Siege Tank Banshee attack coming in here, folks. Shield Battery. No, it does not finish warping in. Third base is in a lot of trouble. Dude, two Siege Tanks and a ton of Marines here. ShoWTimE's got a couple Stalkers and some Sentries. Doesn't seem great for him. More Stalkers come in. He's got the Blink. The charge is not finishing. The Nexus is dead. Plus a Widow Mine drop, which responded to pretty well. On the other side of it, not a big deal. This Widow Mine. ShoWTimE responds properly to that one. Barely getting out of there, man. He wants it. He wants it so bad. Yep, unburrowing, reburrowing. He doesn't want one probe. He wants many, but now I think he needs to take it. Yeah, just take it. Just take it. Oh my gosh, the high ground stuff is dying here too. No, ShoWTimE. Got a new third base coming up the left side here. He needs charge if he's going to hold this attack. It's on the way. Cybercore dead. Warp Gate dead. It was depowered anyway. It was basically dead already for him. Blink Stalkers are like, we're good at this. I don't know if we're that good. Force Fields kind of trying to keep the tanks away. Oh, picking up and landing them in the front of the force field here, and that is a GG. Game one of our sneaky twofer is a win for Maru. That's right. It was a sneaky twofer the whole time. Did you know? Did you know? Probably not. It's been a while since I've done one of those. But yeah, man, what a great two-base timing attack there from Maru. Yeah, no charge, no splash damage at all. Just completely got caught off guard there. And he scouted it, right? He had hallucinated Phoenix running around. But, I mean, Maru's timing attack was just so powerful, so strong. The two tanks were just too much for ShoWTimE to deal with. You probably should have gone for charge before Blink in that situation, which is it's a tough thing to ask, right? Like, know exactly what your opponent is doing. But hallucinated Phoenix kind of can do that for you. So if you didn't know what this was, maybe you should have. So that's a little 6-minute game one there. PVTs are short, man. They are crazy short. So tap that like button if you enjoyed that game. Resources lost brutal, 2,500. Only 4 Widow Mines and 2 Marines died. I mean, every tank that showed up during that battle, both the Banshees survived, right? Every Hellion survived the entire game too, which is crazy. But let's go to game number 2. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Game 2 is here on Ultralove. Let's get the right score up here. Bottom left, it's going to be Maru. Top right, it's going to be ShoWTimE. Ultralove, a map with a lot of weird doodads, man. There are black holes everywhere. There are weird, like, information streams. And I think this is a flat screen TV. All right, ShoWTimE. Game 1 was hard for you, but let's see if you can take down Maru here, man. It's going to be a tall order for sure. Terran still looks pretty good, despite some of the changes that happened here. I mean, Disruptors didn't really come into play there, right? What else is going on in the world? It's almost 2025, which is crazy. Sounds like a futuristic year. I mean, is that just how it's going to be for, like, the rest of all time? It's just the next year in the cycle is just going to... The next year in the series is just going to be... It's just going to sound incredibly futuristic to me. 2025 sounds futuristic. 2024 sounded futuristic. 2023 sounded futuristic. Like, I was raised in this world where anything past the year 2000 just seemed like we were going to be settling on Mars, and we were going to have robot butlers. You know what I mean? So it just seems crazy. So anyway, Cybernetics Core coming in. Nito not expanding too early. Reaper opening. Here we go. Gonna scout with that. Expansion on the warp in here from ShoWTimE after the Cyber Core. Going to get that warp gate research as one does. Anyway, hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. The sun came out. It is still, 4 degrees above freezing where I am, but that's December in Utah. It's going to be a cold place no matter what. Can't really get around it. And it's an adept to deal with incoming potential Reapers, which again aren't super common here. But, you still want to make sure you're ready for a Reaper if it shows up. Because it's embarrassing to lose a couple of probes to a Reaper because you skipped the adept or skipped the stalker. And then the Reaper shows up and kills 5 of your probes, and you're like, well, that was embarrassing. That happens all the time to my teammates in 3v3 games that I play out at twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin every week. Yeah, like having a Protoss teammate who a Reaper shows up and they're like, help, I don't have anything. And you're like, you freaking dingus. Get a stalker or an adept, and you can handle this Reaper. Like, I don't have anything. I'm trying to rush carriers. And it's like, you can fit a single stalker into your build, but it happens so often it makes me mad. It makes Falcon rage. I mean, Protoss teammates are usually pretty good to have because they've got pretty strong compositions in team situations. But man, when they just early lose a bunch of probes to a Reaper, it makes me very upset. Anyway, we got a Cyclone coming in. We got a Starport on the way. Cool, cool, cool. So 1-1-1ing with the expansion again. Right, so got a Stalker, got an Adept. Reaper, I don't think even really wanted any part of this smoke. Did the Reaper just straight up die? How did my Reaper die? What? Here he is. He's having a great time. He's wearing a jetpack. It's probably burning his feet, honestly. Like he's wearing like, oh, the Adept kills him. Well, he got a scout off anyway. He saw the Twilight Council. He saw it was researching. It's probably Blink. Okay, so nothing surprising, but confirming that information is a good thing. And the Reaper died. Didn't have much value past that point anyway. Robo facility coming in. I don't think this is an early Robo support bay. I think this is just going to be straight up obs to deal with the Widow Mines that are probably coming. Although, I don't know. Cyclone, right? It's just a Cyclone that's here. It's a defensive unit at this stage of the game. One Cyclone hanging out in the middle of the map, trying to catch a Phoenix that flies across or an Oracle that flies across and burn it down. It's not a bad strategy at all. Although, there's not a Stargate, so I don't know. Maybe he's trying to catch like a Stalker walking across the map or an Adept wandering across the map. Cyclones are pretty good at doing that. Anything trying to come across the map, a Cyclone will shut it down. Oh, it's Cloak Banshee. Is Cloak Banshee here for Maru. Alright, well, guess who can make observers right now? And is making it right now. It's ShoWTimE. Third base coming up at the 12 o'clock for a third Nexus Rooney. Loving that from him. And in the last game, it can be, I don't know. Was it the right decision for ShoWTimE to get a third base there? If it's a 2-base timing attack from Maru, right? He obviously couldn't hold it. Those are obviously resources that could have gone to more Stalkers or faster charge or more Zealots, right? But at the same time, if you hold a 2-base attack from a Terran and you have 2 bases, you're not in a great position. I don't know. It's a hard question, man. Got Marines, got the tanks, got a Cyclone this time. That's a little bit different from the last one. Cloak Banshees are going to be new. Banshees were in the last game, but they did not have the cloak ability. Stalkers, poking, Observer, poking, trying to see what's going on this Ultralove map. And sneaking in. Okay, he sees everything. Although, I mean, the Stalkers have a pretty good idea of what this is, too. So just parking in observation mode here. Maru on the move out. Marine, siege tanks. Is this exactly what he's doing in the last game? Oh, gosh. Cloaked Bant. There's only one obs. No, there's 2 obs. Where's the other one? They're both on the other side of the map. Okay. That totally stinks. Dude, Cloak Banshee. There are shield batteries. A shield battery would have saved it. A shield battery would have saved everything. One Banshee can't kill a pro being healed by a shield battery. Alright, so then Maru comes up and says, I've harmed your economy. Let's harm your army now. Picking off a couple probes. A couple Stalkers die there, too. Once again, Maru shows up, says, what's up, fools? Oh my gosh, he's getting up bunkers. That seems unnecessary. I don't think you need bunkers in this situation. Hey, there's an Immortal on the way, blinking up, trying to get that one tank. Gets it, gets the tank, gets the other tank. Okay, hold on a second. Losing some Stalkers there because the Marine count is still pretty intense. They don't have stim or anything, though. They're unupgraded Marines. There's the cloak on the Banshee. Oh, and that's the GG. Oh, brutal. So yeah, just 2 little timing attacks here by Maru at 6.5 minutes, both times, and ShoWTimE falls over flat. Man, ShoWTimE can really hang with elite Zerg players, right? He has a lot of experience with that, but the problem is there's a bit of a Darth. Well, I was going to say there's a Darth of Terran players in the EU server, but Clem's over there. You'd think that ShoWTimE would have a lot of practice against Clem, but man, this was tough. That's another, well, it's only a 2-to-1 resources loss instead of like a 8-to-1 on the last game, but GG, man. I mean, that was Maru at his best, and then you watch a game with him against Cyril or Raynor, and he's like not quite the same guy, you know? But 2 base timing attacks, brutal stuff. Once again, I ask you, Protoss players, is it a mistake to take your 3rd base in this situation? Do you just forego the 3rd, get another Immortal out, and then hold, and then expand? I think maybe that's what you should be doing here, but it's hard. It's really hard for me to say and look at this and go, yes, of course. This is the simple thing that ShoWTimE screwed up with. It can't be that much. Anyway, that was sad for Protoss fans, but also they're very happy for Maru fans. Get a nice little easy kind of 2-0 win here, dude. So we'll give Maru a 2 next to his name. You can look at that happily for a minute, Terran fans, but yeah, I mean, that's going to be it for me. He didn't really change much, right? It was tanks, it was Marines, it was Cloak for the Banshees this time. A couple probes died for sure, but that was what the Widowmine drops did, right? So we just varied it up a bit. The intent is to slow down the economy of the Protoss a little bit. Widowmine drop, Banshee, then show up with Marines and tanks to get some work done that way. And, you know, maybe the Banshees are helping out too, and they have Cloak. So, GG. All right, so that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.